Hi everyone, Robert Villanueva here. Just want to talk to you today about for sale by owner mastery. Have you ever wanted to get business from for sale by owner? Well, here's your chance. So what I want to talk to you today about is some strategies. Okay, now the first thing I want you to do is identify your three best or closest or the zip codes that you want to go after. Okay, mention to you a little bit about that in just a second. The second thing is you want to have a plan B. And what's plan B? Plan B is going after the top 3 cities. Now, why do I want you to set up a top 3 zip codes and top 3 cities? Reason for that is because every single day you're going to get a different for sale by owner. Some of them are going to be about 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes away, and then others are going to be right in your own backyard, and they're going to be ones that you want to go after. Why is this important? Is because when these properties show up in your top 3 zip codes or your top 3 cities, I want you to go and door knock them. Okay? It's important you get in front of the for sale by owner as quickly as you possibly can. Now, with the for sale by owner is concerned, you want to be able to build that rapport right out the gate. Now, let's talk about the mindset of a for sale by owner. Okay, now this is, of course, is not every single last for sale by owner, but the large percentage of them. That very first week, in most cases, you're dealing with a for sale by owner, in most cases, has that confidence. I don't need you. That second week is the exact same thing. Hey, I already told you last week, I don't need you. That third week is, hey, if I need you, I have your information. Week 4, now you find yourself in a position where they're, well, I think I have this, but if I don't, I will call you. Week 5, it gets weaker. Week 6, week 7, week 8. Why am I describing this to you? Because with a for sale by owner, a large percentage of it is going to be your follow-up game. So you want to be able to put some strategy in place where you're going to call them every single week. When you call them every single week, you want to be able to have something to go after. Now, I would encourage you when you're going after every single week and you're calling them, or for that matter, visiting them in person, is have a little bit of a strategy. Now, every single week, maybe come up with a topic. Okay, now what would be a topic? Who are they going to use for escrow? Who are they going to use for title? Who are they going to use for all of these different things? Which only puts you in a position where it's not only I want your listing, but you're also empowering them at the same point in time. Now, when you call them week after week after week after week, you're going to ideally build rapport as you go along. The average for sale by owner is going to take anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks before they're actually ripe. I said that correctly, they're actually ripe. And what do I mean by that? It's going to take 6 to 7, maybe even 8 weeks before they're actually ready. Now, again, I'm speaking in general terms. Some for sale by owners, they end up going for sale by owner and boom, right away they're listed with somebody. But the average for sale by owner is going to take 6 to 8 weeks. So you want to have a little bit of a strategy behind that. Now, I'm going to encourage you to create what I call as a for sale by owner profile sheet. What is that for sale by owner profile sheet? Well, we have a script. The script, again, I'm very comfortable with and I really enjoy is the one from Mike Ferry. Now, with that Mike Ferry script, you're going to go through and ask every single last one of those questions. Think of it kind of as, it even says so itself, as survey. So as you're going through, fill out as much information as you possibly can. Now, on that for sale by owner profile sheet, you're going to go through and you're going to take notes because every week you're going to get a new nugget. You're going to get the why are they moving, who's moving with them, where are they moving to, why is this move so important for them? And you're going to continue to build that profile sheet as you go week after week after week after week. And then ideally you'll be in that position where you can, of course, after building rapport, you're going to want to do everything in your power based on the information you've gotten. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I want you to close, and I expect you to close with every for sale by owner for an appointment for a signature every single time you meet with them. However, sometimes it takes a little bit of time. Now, the other thing I want you to pay close attention to is the day you follow up with them. So keep it strategic. Now, what would that look like? Ideally, you're calling them once a week. But what day of the week is the most ideal day? Some people will say Thursday, some people say Monday, some people say Friday. I personally always prefer Tuesday. Why? Well, everybody knows that for sale by owners are always expecting something magical to happen over the weekend. What ends up happening? They speak to a buyer. That buyer gives them the I want to buy your home on Sunday. Well, the for sale by owner follows up with that buyer. Buyer ends up ghosting them on the entire Monday. Now, that Monday night, the for sale by owner goes to bed and says, you know what, that buyer did not come through. That's when I call them on Tuesday and reality hits them. So for me, it's always been best to call them on Tuesday versus Monday, because on Mondays when I would call them, I'd get the constant, you know what, I have a potential buyer. If they don't come through, I'll call you. Tuesday was a little bit more of an opportune day. So now let's talk about the ABCs of selling. Okay, ABCs of selling. What's ABCs? Well, you should know that. Always be closing. As I mentioned earlier, I want you to be closing every single last possible time. However, again, for sale by owners, sometimes are in a position where they're just not in a position to do something at that very moment. So you have to continue to follow up. But every time you follow up with them, you want to be able to, of course, do your best to close for an appointment, or for that matter, for the signature. Now, let's talk about previews. Okay, when is the most ideal time to go preview? Now, for me, I'd encourage you to go preview as quickly as you possibly can. Now, what I don't want you to do is be in a position where you're previewing properties all day long, because you can preview for sale by owner homes every single day. And I don't want you becoming a preview expert. So ideally, you're previewing in the top 3 cities or top 3 zip codes that you're wanting to, or if it's a great priced listing. Now in the preview, what you want to do is you want to be able to use, again, the for sale by owner script or the pre-qual script. Use that as your engagement of conversation. And then that way, as you're in the preview, you're going through asking them questions that are specific to the information you're trying to gather anyways. Now, don't be that cheesy realtor. Okay, I've coached plenty of people where I find them being in a position where they want to turn that preview into an appointment. You don't have the permission to set that appointment, or I'm sorry, you don't have the permission to actually jump right into an appointment without pre-qualifying them. Now, I'm not saying don't go prepared. I want you to be prepared. I want you to go to that appointment. I want you to be thoroughly prepared. You take everything with you so that you can be prepared to jump right into an appointment. However, what you're going to do is you're going to leave that information in your car, because at the end of the preview, you're going to say, Mr. and Mrs. For Sale by Owner, I know I can be of some help to you in getting you here by the time that you want. I'd love the opportunity. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't come prepared. I just need about another 15, 20 minutes of your time, and I can share with you with what it is that I do to help for sale by owners like yourself. Can we do that now? When they say yes, you grab your stuff from the car, you come back, and then you go and present. Okay? But you want to preview as quickly as you possibly can. That's really important. So last but not least, I want to keep these videos pretty brief, but right to the point. What I don't want you to do is be in a position where you're taking these pre-listing, marketing packets, CMA packets, all of these different packets, and then leaving them at for sale by owner after for sale by owner after for sale by owner after for sale by owner. Why? Because in most cases, you should be having a copy of their comparables and a net sheet. What do you think they're going to do when you just hand them that information? They're going to butcher it. They're going to sit there and they're going to slice it, dissect it. They're going to go through everything they possibly can and say, you know what? I'm not going to go with this guy. He's charging too much. He thinks my house isn't worth it. All these other things. Okay, so be careful when you leave information by. Now, if you want to, I'd encourage you to create, separate from a pre-listing packet, maybe a marketing packet, which would exclude, of course, that of the comparables and that of the net sheet. Okay. So hopefully this was helpful. Again, Robert Villanueva here to be of some service to you. I'll see you at the top.